Welcome back to On Iowa Live. The Marion Wolves in the house, and head coach Henry Martinson joining us now. You've been the head coach since 2021. Before that, you were on the staff as an assistant coach and then went to Central City for a couple of years. So you know, and you knew the tradition. And Marion basketball has been good for a long time on the girls' side.
Oh, yeah, it's been kind of a big shoes to live up to.
Yeah.
I was doing junior high at the time when they were kind of rolling through the state and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm a Marion guy. I've been here my whole life, so.
Yeah, a lot of Division I basketball players they've produced. The best three-point shooter in America right now, Kay Malavi, was a part of that program. So these girls, they grew up watching in them, and that means a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just going to camp and you'd see all these girls, and it's not just the average girl. I mean, we're talking really high-level, high-character girls, just incredible basketball players. So yeah, it's been really neat to watch.
Yeah, this year you're ranked 15th in the state right now, second in the WAMAC behind the top team in the state right now and in Mount Vernon. It's been a pretty good year for these girls.
Yeah, we coming in the year, a lot of questions.
Young team.
Yeah, we graduated 6 seniors, 4 starters, so a lot of pieces to fill in, and thankfully we've got a huge freshman class, and they've done a great job, and the sophomores and juniors have filled in, and so yeah, they accepted their roles and then really have done a great job.
Yeah, had some health problems, but now you're healthy. You had won 4 straight before losing to the top team in the state in Mount Vernon, so you've got it going at the right time of the year.
Yeah, the girls they're really bought in and just trusting what we're saying. I mean, they, even when things go bad, they're just sticking with it. We've got down a pretty good amount the last couple of games, and we've just stuck with it, and they just keep plugging away and find a way to win at the end.
Yeah, we've got some highlights of your team. The West Delaware games have been pretty good this year.
Yeah, they've
had a
both
lot
been
of good games.
Pretty good.
I think this is West Delaware here, the first highlight that we have. 58-55, that one. And Maddie had a game winner, right?
Yep.
In one of these?
Yep.
Yeah.
She, up there, she had 4 threes in the fourth quarter, 16 points, and hit the game winner.
Yeah, this is your first game in Marion against them. And one thing I noticed, you've got a good mix of inside out on this team.
Yeah, we've got 2 experienced posts, and so I think that's a lot different than a lot of teams play. I mean, everyone really plays the analytics game now, and it's either a layup or a 3. And I think where the 3 is huge, but I think we do a really good job of mixing it up.
Yeah, you mentioned you lost a lot of players from last year's team. As Maddie Pavelka's had a great year for you, but this is the one game that I went to last year that was spectacular against Solon. Callie Levine on that game. You remember this one right?
That was probably one of the best games I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, it was just phenomenal. But you have to regroup because you lost some really good players from this team, and you've done that.
Yeah, no, they have like I said, we've got a couple freshmen starting, and they've stepped right into a great role. They get along great with the girls. So we start 2 freshmen, we start a sophomore, a junior, and then obviously our senior, and then our benches, freshman and a junior. So
so Maddie plays a huge role being the senior. Maddie Pavelka, she's averaging 16.4 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. She does a little bit of everything for you on the court, and she has to be a leader.
Yeah, I mean and again, that whole leader thing's not the easiest thing. I mean, it's
because if you have a group of people to lead, but when you are
you're
senior,
the one.
Yeah.
So no, she's done a great job. I mean, every year she's really changed her game. And this year she's expanded it to the outside, and she's hit quite a few threes, especially the second half of the season. And she just, I think as the game gets close in the fourth quarter, she really steps up.
All right, we come back. We'll have all the girls on stage on Iowa Live. Welcome back to On Iowa Live. We got all the girls on stage now, and Coach, and how important they all are on this team. Can you mention them all and talk a little bit about each one?
Yeah, so we'll start over here.
Yep.
Audrey Castillo, she's a freshman. Really just a high-energy girl. Does a great job on the JV. Really has to handle the ball most of the time.
The future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Then Riley Cook, she's a junior. she's the girl that kind of does everything right. You know, she's a great teammate, always supports her team. So just really high quality girl.
How about a big smile? Okay.
Then Matea Austin, another freshman, kind of in that same boat on the JV where she has to handle the ball a lot. A lot of offensively, defense really rely on her a lot. Then we got Addison Ivan. She's one of our freshman starters, point guard. She kind of came in mid-season. She had to sit for the 90 days for transfer.
Yeah.
And she's kind of got thrown to the wolves on point guard, and she's handled it great.
That's
and really
awesome.
been a real kind of changer for us, kind of that point guard.
Gotcha. Getting the ball to the right people.
Yeah. Next, Kendall Harris. She probably one of the best shooters in the conference.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's leading the conference in three-point percentage.
She's only a freshman, averaging 10.9, and she's shooting 41.2% from behind the arc.
Yeah, no, she's definitely killing it this year. You know, she was in that same transfer in.
So she's got the green light too, right?
Yeah, she does. Yep. Sometimes we have to explain that to her that
shoot, you're open.
Yep. So, but no, she's doing a great job for us. Next is Grace Whalen. She's our junior. She is our, as I think you guys said it earlier, kind of that junkyard dog.
Yeah. She's
She
Sydney Affolter at Marion High School.
Yeah, like she's one of our best rebounders. She gets every loose ball. Doesn't want any credit. She's always on the best offensive player. Really unsung hero. So next is Harlow Griffin. She is our kind of shoulders that extra scoring load.
Yeah. 13.5 on the year.
Yeah, her and Maddie, they really run a really good high-low game together. Again, had a lot of injuries last year. Sat probably a little over half of the season.
Yeah.
It's bounced back great, and it's just definitely a big part of what's coming.
Smile, Harlow.
And then Maddie Pavelka. What can you say? Like she's our leader. Leads us in points, rebounds. You know, she's up there in assists. But really, she is hard-nosed. Practice, I would say some of the girls might get a little intimidated a little bit. I mean, she definitely not afraid to tell them how it is. And
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's what a senior's supposed to do. But as a freshman, it gets a little nerve-wracking.
Maddie, let's talk about this year. You had a great team last year. You lost a lot of great players. You're the big senior coming back. What did you know you had to do for this team?
I mean, I feel like last year I still had somewhat of a leader role, but I think this year it's just really changed into being not the only one, but the main one. And like I've just taken a lot of pride in like teaching these girls what it's like. You know, it's hard, and
they're freshmen. You
right.
remember what
and
you were like.
You should, like you should be going after each other in practice and like learning all the things that go into being competitive, because I just think that that's something that I've always wanted to teach them.
Yeah, and Coach said that you take over at the end of the game. There's times you have to take over, right?
Yeah, no. But I always just trust that if I'm hot, then I'm hot, and I know my teammates are going to get me the ball. If somebody else is, then I'm getting them the ball, right? Like I'm not going to be that I'm going to take over because I have to. I'm going to take over because I know that that's right, what's right for the team at that time.
Pass the mic to Harlow if you can. What's it like playing with Maddie?
I'd say sometimes it's like she's very like not aggressive. That's not the word, but like I feel like that's what we need for the team, and she really like brings the team together. She's kind of like the glue for us, but she does what's best for the team.
Pass the mic to Grace if you can. And Grace, Coach says you do it all. You relish being the junkyard dog out there?
Yeah. It's my favorite when I get like an offensive board and then it like leads us to getting a point. Like that's just seeing my teammates succeed that makes me want to like do more for them.
Growing up, did you want to be some of these girls that you saw on the varsity? They had so many great players.
Yeah, definitely. I went to all of their games like when I could. It was so like cool to see them, like especially because they're really good.
Winning state championships, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach, you're at South Tama tomorrow night, and then you're at Clear Creek Amana. What kind of goals have you set for the rest of the year?
Really, obviously, we want to be in a good win streak going into the playoffs, but really, as long as we're competing, I think South Tama, obviously we're probably win that game. Clear Creek it's a coin toss, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
should be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a really good game, really evenly matched. I think if we go out and do our thing, I think we'll be okay.
I'd love to see you guys make it to the state tournament, all right? You do, or you're going to come back here and we'll put the trophy right there. We'll see you here next week, everybody.
Thank you.